Hi, I'm Abe Madcore, Executive Editor of Sports Business Journal, The Daily, and our Global Edition. And I'm here with Bill King, our senior writer. And Bill, we're here to talk about the fourth recipient of our highest distinction, our Lifetime Achievement Award. This year we will honor Jerry Reinsdorf, owner of the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Bulls, in New York on Wednesday night at our ceremony around the Sports Business Awards. You were the lead on the story. You wrote the story, this tribute, a great tribute on him. Talk about how much time you were able to spend with him and how it all kind of came together.
You know, that was one of the real treats of this. As I was talking to people going into the story, a lot of them kept saying, well, when you get with him, you'll see. And boy, do you. I mean, so the amount of time that he gave us, his generosity with it, you know, I spent a White Sox day game in the suite with him, a matinee game. I rode with him to the Bulls game the next night. We spent the night in the suite together. It was just great access, and he was equally generous with his insights, with his stories, just really telling the story of his life.
And that's rare. He doesn't make himself available to a lot of press interviews.
No, it's funny because he really did in the beginning. In fact, in the beginning, he was wide open. He talked all the time. He talked at length. He was outspoken. He's a very candid guy. Jerry really doesn't know, I don't think, how not to be candid. And so Jerome Holtzman, the old baseball writer for the Chicago Tribune, came to him at one point and said, you know, Jerry, there's such a thing as too much access. You don't need to be out there. You know, you just, when you have something to say, speak. Otherwise, let your actions speak for you. And, you know, Jerome Holtzman's photo is actually up on the suite at the ballpark. He took that to heart, and he's much more careful about it. And now that's why it was just such a great opportunity to actually sit there and spend that much time with him in his environment, because it was different. I mean, that was the thing. His office is, so much of his life is there all around him, and that suite is just where he spent so much time. And, you know, around his family and former players at the Bulls game in the suite, I really felt like I got to see the same things that he was talking about.
And so he's certainly known from the outside as being, I would say stubborn, maybe a good word. I think there's some perception of him as being a tough owner, but he's also really well known for his loyalty, especially to his employees and his team. What are some of the attributes that you took away and you hope that readers kind of take away from that?
You know, one of the biggest ones for me is when Jerry cares, he cares deeply. And you see that in his relationship with employees, with friends. He has a line that he actually stole from one of his best friends. Never trade an old friend for a new one. He really lives that. He means it. People have been there for 20 and 30 years. You know, Jerry's owned the team for 33 years. It's striking. You know, people go from the White Sox to the Bulls or the Bulls to the White Sox, but they generally stay in the organization. Even, you know, general managers stay. You know, just you think about it, Jerry likes to be comfortable with people. He likes to trust people. And when you've earned his trust and respect, you don't lose it.
And final point on the story was his influence throughout sports.
A lot of people own teams. Not everyone gets engaged at the league level the way that Jerry has. He really gets that part of it, and he loves that part of it. He loves the owners' meetings. He loves being in the room. He loves being part of the decision. He doesn't just see baseball as within the confines of the ballpark. He sees it as the owners' meeting. He's missed 1 in 33 years. It's all part of it for him, and that was really, I'd always heard that, and I'd even seen that, but it was really nice to sort of get to live it for a day.
Well, it's a really fitting tribute to a longtime team owner, and I know we're honored to honor him on Wednesday night at the Sports Business Awards. Well, he'll be introduced by his longtime friend and former ESPN president, George Bodenheimer. And we hope you get a chance to read the entire story. It's a very good piece, has a lot of different angles and looks at Jerry's life and career and his influence and his accomplishments. So for Bill King, I'm Abe Madcore. We'll see you down the road.